Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. It's been about 2 months since I got zapped out of my second AFib that I had in 2 years. The training plan I've developed, which is quite different than anything I've ever done before, seems to be working. I'm on the bike just 3 days a week. 2 of those days are 1-hour sessions each on the trainer, focusing on steady state or high intensity interval training. The third day keeps me sane with a fun and challenging group ride with my teammates and friends. But that's not all that I'm doing. Another 2 or 3 days are spent doing various forms of strength work, usually in the gym. While I work my entire body, I'm going to set aside the upper body for the moment. In terms of legs, I'll have 1 heavy day during the week and another 2 or 3 days with very light and explosive type of plyometric work. Sometimes the light work is done with just body weight. If you want to see examples of plyometric work, look at my previous video.
Well, you've already had them tell you have emphatic lung changes.
Ooh.
I do, because you lived in person since I was 11. And doing this for the last 11 years, we have it. It's there, guys, I'm telling you.
I'm filming you so I can get more subscribers. They don't like watching me.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. You probably noticed, if you're an older cyclist, that you talk about 2 things mainly. You talk about retirement plans and age-related injuries. And that's what we're doing here. AFib, cancer, and hip problems. Ruptured disc over there. It's all good times. You gotta cycle. Let's turn our attention to the screen for a moment. Leading us at a very strong pace is my teammate Lester. When Lester first came to the team some years back, he was more of an entry-level recreational rider. I worked with him for about 6 months to get ready for his event, this 15,000 feet of climbing 150-mile ride, which he did well. After that, he continued to improve as he was experimenting with different forms of training, and he eventually took care of this hip issue that had been bothering him. Now we talk about having to blood test him all the time. The rider between Lester and myself is another teammate, the tooth doctor. He just completed a 1,000-kilometer brevet the week before. He's having a little trouble pulling through on Lester. As Lester comes back into the lane maintaining his pace, the tooth doctor, who's not used to this type of intensity, is now starting to drop off. I'm now going to have to fill the gap, and being AFib boy comeback right now, that's no easy feat. Okay, back to the training plan. The training plan I previously described does not end there. My most major component, especially for AFib boy over here, is rest. I make sure I come into the group ride very rested, and that I rest afterwards, especially since the group ride often contains many race pace elements. Back to the screen real quick. I'm being passed by one of the strongest climbers on our team, the accountant. He is the possible potential hip replacement candidate you saw at the last rest stop. Okay, back to rest. Another thing I do with rest is that if I don't have enough of it, I'm not going to do the workout. The last thing I want to do is put my body under extra stress.
Put bicycles together, so that was kind of cool. That's why I really love your organization, what you guys stand for, and I assume a lot of you guys are Christian and doing what you guys do. And
You're on a video right now.
oh, am I?
Yes.
Great.
So, okay.
But anyway,
Okay, so you're Monique.
I'm Monique. Yeah.
Last name?
Benoit.
And Joanne?
Miller. Dr.
Miller.
That's Dr. Miller.
And Dr. Miller. And they recently did the Ironman.
In Canada.
In Canada. So in the future, we're going to have an interview with these guys.
All right.
When you're tired and you force yourself to do a workout, what's actually happening is that you're forcing your body to secrete adrenaline. The secreted adrenaline will cause changes to your body, including forcing an immediate acceleration to your heart rate. If you're AFib boy, that's the last thing that you want to have happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.